What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, bringing you yet another episode of Pokemon X and Y Battle Spot Live. This is episode number 10, but before we get started, if you can, please leave a like on this video, because if we reach 50 likes, I'm going to keep up those double daily Wi-Fi uploads for you guys, one 6v6, and then one Battle Spot Live like this one. So, having said that, we're bringing the same team today, and coming in to this episode, our record is a whopping 13-7. Actually, it's not too bad. I'm really happy that we have double-digit wins at this point, to be perfectly honest. And we are quite a few games above the 500 mark, and that's pretty much what I've been basing a lot of my success off of. Or not my success, but like judging of whether or not I've been successful. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to stop. So yeah, we're bringing the same team. Cradily, Heracross, Electros, Dugtrio, Azumarill, and Goodra. So we did pretty good last time. We did have a DC last time, but we counted that as a victory because it was pretty much a victory, honestly. They just turned off their DS because they either had a bad connection, which is doubtful because they were a pretty good player. I kind of just think they were mad. Rage quit. Anyway, hopefully we can get another double victory today. We'll see what happens. But our first opponent here is bringing a Lantern, Conkeldurr, Gengar, Gyarados. I keep wanting to call Ferrothorn Fortress. I don't know why. It's not a fortress. Ferrothorn and Chandelure. And this is a very dangerous team. Very dangerous indeed. Two big offensive threats on both the physical and the special side of the spectrum in Chandelure and Gengar on the special side. And then we've got Conkeldurr and Gyarados on the physical side. Who knows what the Mega is here? It could be Gyarados or Gengar. Could be both. Obviously, they're not going to bring both and use them both as Megas, if that's going to be the case. Gengar could also be Focus Sash, though. Or Life Orb. I've seen both. So who knows? We also have Lantern and Fortress as the more defensive Pokemon, so I'm definitely going to bring Dugtrio here, because I really feel like Lantern's going to be coming, and if that Gengar turns out to be Mega Gengar, having Dugtrio would be a good idea, especially with that Focus Sash that can live a hit and then destroy its face with an Earthquake. So I also want to bring Heracross for sure. So we're bringing Heracross and Dugtrio, but we're going to start things off with Electros. So Gengar's coming out first, and I don't know what that tells me. It could still be Mega. Now, I know I can take a hit because I am Assault Vest, so he's going to go for that Sludge Bomb. That's his most powerful attack. And look at that. Look at that damage. Not that bad at all. We do get poisoned, which is unfortunate, but I'm just going for that Volt Switch, and that does a lot of damage. Okay. Alright, so obviously no investment in Special Defense. Not that Gengar ever has investment in Special Defense. That did a lot of damage. Electros. My goodness. Alright, so we're going to bring in Heracross here because I'm pretty certain that this thing is not Scarfed. If it is, we're going to take some damage here. He can't one-hit KO me with anything. Pretty sure he's not Mega as well, so this is pretty much a dead Gengar unless he wants to switch out, which he doesn't, so Knock Off is going to destroy him. We'll see what item he is here. Maybe Focus Sash. That's what I'm thinking. Yep, it's going to be Focus Sash, and we're going to get the Moxie boost, which is absolutely fantastic. And, yeah, that fabulous pink Heracross doing some serious work already. And I have to say, Heracross was probably the MVP last episode as well, so we'll see what happens here. Gyarados is coming out, obviously going to be Mega, now that I see that Gengar is not Mega. He gets the Intimidate off, so that pretty much just nullifies the Moxie boost, which is okay, I suppose. I mean, I guess, I don't know, it doesn't matter. I need to switch out anyway because I am Choice Scarfed, so, you know, being locked into Knockoff when this is probably going to be Mega is really not the best idea. And if I switch out, I can come back in later and go for the close combat if I need to. If he just wants to not Mega Evolve for some reason, if he just wants to wait because I am Heracross, or I don't know why. But regardless, I'm going to switch into Dugtrio because Dugtrio had some really good luck against Gyarados last time. Taking down the Mega Gyarados in the last episode. I really don't need Dugtrio for anything unless there's going to be a Lantern. And I'm really thinking he's not going to bring Lantern and Gyarados. So I'm okay if Dugtrio dies. And yeah, Waterfall obviously is going to bring us down to Sass, which is fine. Like I said, I'm not really worried about Dugtrio doing anything. But I am going to get the Stone Edge off, which is great. Look how much damage that does. And that is a crit. Holy crap, that did a lot of damage. Dugtrio came to play. Absolutely came to play. It is a little bit unfortunate on his part that he did get the crit there. So, yeah, I kind of feel bad about that. But nonetheless, I will take it. Waterfall is going to destroy Dugtrio, so down he goes, but not before doing so much damage to this Gyarados. So now I've got some options here. I could just bring in Heracross and kill off this thing and get a Moxie boost. Because I believe Gyarados has a speed of 80 or just above 80. It's not 85. And Heracross does have 85, so with the Choice Scarf and him being at +1, I should still be able to outspeed. And what is my other option? Bringing in Electros, and I'm going to have to take a hit, which is most likely going to be Waterfall, because his other attack is probably Earthquake. And yeah, we're going to go with the Heracross. That is the move to make here. Absolutely the move to make. There's no reason to go into Electros and have to take a hit when we don't know what that other Pokemon is yet, and you can't just throw away a chance to get a Moxie boost. That is not a thing. So, he's going to switch out the Gyarados. Kind of interesting, preserving it for some reason. In comes the Ferrothorn, but I just went for close combat, so that is going to be a dead Ferrothorn, and I'm going to get the Moxie boost. Not that it matters, because Gyarados does not have any health left. We're going to get hurt by the Iron Barbs, probably a Rocky Helmet as well. There it is. But that is fine by me. And yeah, this battle is pretty much over. I would expect that he's going to forfeit here instead of just playing out the next turn. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, this match is over now. Absolutely over. And he's going to get the Intimidate off to nullify the Moxie boost yet again. But like I said, that doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go for close combat again. I am locked into it. And there is the forfeit, as predicted. So, with that victory, that's going to bump up our record to 14-7. I'm liking this already. We have twice as many wins as we do losses, which is just... that is amazing. I don't think we've had that since we were 2-1, maybe. It's kind of sad, but I'm thinking that might be it. Now, we may have been like 6-3 or something. I don't remember. I barely know what the record is at any given time during the episode, or any episodes at all. But anyway, I feel like the game just skipped a little bit there. That was weird. There was like some serious lag going on, and then it just like skipped to the next screen. That was strange. Okay. Anyway, our opponent here is bringing Rhyperior, Greninja, Rotom Heat, Venusaur, Heracross, and Scizor. So, this is troublesome. I'm going to say that Mega Venusaur is going to be the thing here. Because I really don't see people using Venusaur on its own outside of the sun. Because Chlorosaur is a thing, but he doesn't have anything to set up sun. There's no drought user, and there's nothing really that would normally like to set up the sunny day. Unless Venusaur just does it, but that's... I don't know. I don't feel like that's something that you would bring to Battle Spot. So, I'm going to say that Venusaur is going to be the Mega. He'll probably bring that, especially because he sees Azumarill. And, yeah, I mean, Azumarill really... It hurts a majority of his team. It really does. I mean, it's going to take out Rhyperior, and it could do some good damage to Rotom Heat, too, if not just one-hit KO it with an Aqua Jet right off the bat. And... it could also really do a lot of damage to Heracross as well, and Greninja, depending on when they switch, or what the switch initiative looks like, what the situation looks like. So I pretty much have to bring a Azumarill here. The downside is that if Venusaur comes, Azumarill could just be neutered, pretty much. You can put it to sleep, you can kill it with pretty much anything. Sludge Bomb, Energy Ball, Giga Drain, any of that stuff. So... yeah, I really don't see an option, but he is taking his time here, picking his Pokemon almost into the last 10 seconds, which is fine, because we both have some interesting teams, and thankfully, no Mega Kangaskhan, no Mega Gengars today. It's nice to see some new faces. Of course, we're seeing a lot of Greninjas, but that's just standard procedure. It is battle spot. So we'll see what happens here. I'm going to start off with Goodra, because why not, to get Goodra some action. And he's going to start off with his Scizor. And I could just go for Fire Blast here, but I really feel like that's obvious. I could go for the Dragon Pulse though, but then if he stays in, that is a problem. I really need to choose wisely though, because I am choice spec, so I'm going to be locked into whatever I choose. Yeah, I really think that Fire Blast is the best bet. I don't want to like over predict or anything. It is the first turn, and I'm actually catching myself because normally it's after the fact. I usually make a dumb prediction on turn 1, and it doesn't work out, and then I'm like, ah, crap, why am I predicting turn 1? So I'm not going to over predict this time. I'm just going to go for the Fire Blast, and he does withdraw. Why does this happen? Out comes the Rhyperior to take that Fire Blast, and it misses, of course. Not that that really matters at all. That would do nothing to Rhyperior whatsoever. I would have the chance to get the burn off, though. But let's be real. Let's be honest for a second here. There's no way that I was going to get the burn. So that miss meant absolutely nothing. So now, I definitely need to switch because being locked into Fire Blast against this Rhyperior is absolutely ridiculous. Not a good matchup for me at all. So I'm going to switch out into Azumarill. And he's going to go for the Avalanche. Wow, Rhyperior's carrying Avalanche. Is that an egg move? I mean, I know it was a TM from 4th gen, maybe? A very interesting move to be carrying. Not bad at all. But thankfully, he didn't go for a Rock-type move, because that would have done a lot of damage. But, yeah, I'm fine with that. So, I could potentially go for a Belly Drum here and get to +6. But I would really need to hope that his last Pokemon isn't Venusaur. If his other Pokemon is Venusaur, that would be really, really bad. And this match is going to be pretty much lost. Because I have nothing to take care of Venusaur. Nothing whatsoever. He doesn't really take much from Fire Blast or Ice Beam due to that thick fat when he Mega Evolves. Ah, man. This is tough. This is really tough. He has a good team, for sure. And I really don't have anything for that Mega Venusaur. That is the biggest problem. I'm really fearing that. He's going to withdraw. Let's see what he goes into. Squiggly lines. And it is the Venusaur. Oh my god. I did go for the Belly Drum. It doesn't mean anything. I am not carrying the Ice Punch. If I was, this would be a little bit different. And yeah, crap. I'm carrying the Superpower along with Aqua Jet and Play Rough, so all of those moves are resisted by Venusaur. Venusaur pretty much just hard counters the set that I'm running. But after getting that Belly Drum off, what do I do here? I mean, I pretty much have to stay in and try to attack him. I don't know. I mean, switching out is just a waste of HP and my Citrus Berry. But I kind of need a Azumarill to take on the Rhyperior. I do have Heracross with me. So I could probably, like, if I get a Moxie boost, I might be able to kill with a close combat. So I'm just going to stay in here. The Venusaur is going to Mega Evolve. I'm guessing a Sludge Bomb is coming. I'm going to go for Aqua Jet, though, because I really don't have anything else to go for at this point. And he's going to go for the Sludge Bomb to take me out. I had to go for the Aqua Jet because Mega Venusaur is faster than a Azumarill. So I was not going to be able to get an attack off otherwise. And Aqua Jet still did okay damage, even though it was resisted. Crap. I'm going to have to bring Goodra out here. And he does have the Scizor. So Dragon Pulse is the obvious move here. Do I go for that, or do I go for the Fire Blast? Because if I go for Fire Blast and he switches out to Scizor, it's still going to kill him. And he can't switch out to Rhyperior. I guess he could predict, I don't know. It depends on what he predicts here. Because if I go for the Ice Beam and he predicts Fire Blast and switches out to Rhyperior, I can nail the Rhyperior with that Ice Beam and almost kill it, and then kill it next turn. But if he predicts the Ice Beam or Dragon Pulse and goes out into Scizor, he's going to take that very nicely. But if I went for Fire Blast, if he predicts that the Scizor is dead, oh my god. I'm going to go for Dragon Pulse. We're going to go for the Dragon Pulse. That is too much. Too much situational stuff going on. Let's see what he goes out to. And he goes out to the Scizor. I should have went for the Fire Blast. I Should have went for the Fire Blast. I am not predicting very well at all here. And I really think it's going to cost me the match. Especially now that Azumarill is down, and Rhyperior could potentially be a big problem if I don't keep Goodra around. I don't really know what to do here. We could go for the Fire Blast. I'm just going to go for a Dragon Pulse, though. I really feel like he's not going to stay in, unless he somehow senses that I am locked into Dragon Pulse. I don't think, though. I don't think so. I'm guessing that he thinks that I am Assault Vest, like most Goodra are. And that would be too dangerous for him to stay in. Way too dangerous. There's no reason for him, unless he just wants to sack off the Scizor. There's no reason for him to stay in when he knows that I have the Fire Blast already. I already showed that to him. So we'll see what he does here. And I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse. He's going to stay in. Why are you staying in on a Pokemon that obviously has a Fire-type move? He has a, what's that, Citrus Berry? Citrus Berry on a Scizor. Very interesting. He goes for the Bug Bite. That's going to do a lot of damage. That does so much damage. Brings me all the way down to 66 HP. I do get the Gooey, but it's not like that means anything. We'll see what he does now. If he expects me to switch out, I am going to switch out. But we'll see if he expects me to do that. I'm going to go into Heracross to take the Bug-type move. And we'll see how that works out. He's going to go for the Bullet Punch. Okay, I guess that was a pretty obvious move at that point. I should have predicted that he was going to go for that, but if I left Goodra in there, he was just going to die to a Bullet Punch anyway. I really feel like I'm going to lose this match. Really, really, really do. I'm not feeling confident at all at this point. But we're going to make this a match. We are not going to give up. We are going to fight till the end until all of our Pokemon are down. Because that's just what we do. That is what we do. We're going to at least make this thing interesting. He lost his item already, so going for knockoff is kind of pointless. He's probably just going to go for another Bullet Punch. That would make the most sense. Or he's going to switch out, expecting me to go for close combat to lower my defenses, and then come back in with Scizor once my defenses are lowered to assure the KO with the Bullet Punch. That is a possibility, because he pretty much is guaranteed to KO Goodra with that. I feel like that's what he's going to do, but I pretty much have to go for the close combat at this point. He's probably going to go to Venusaur here. Yep, there is the Venusaur to take the close combat. He's not going to take it too well. I mean, it is resisted, but it is a Heracross. Oh, he did kind of take that well. To the point where I need a Moxie boost to kill it, I think. Unless I get max damage. But am I really going to hope for max damage? Is that really what this is coming to? I don't want to do that, because I don't do well when we're talking about damage rolls. If I have to, like, rely on a high roll, it's not going to happen. I'm going to get the lowest possible roll. So I could switch back out to Goodra, and, yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're going to switch out to Goodra, because I should be able to take whatever hit he throws my way, because it's going to be a special attack. So he's going to go for the Sludge Bomb. Please do not poison me. Please do not poison me. I'm going to live with 8 HP, no poison. This is very interesting now. Very, very interesting, because this is a speed tie. We're both at base 80 speed. It's almost certain that he's also running Modest. I don't ever see anybody running a timid Venusaur. That just doesn't really happen. And he's going to win the speed tie. Absolutely incredible. He's going to win the speed tie. I think that is going to be the match now, because I have to come in with Heracross, go for close combat. He can just stay in and take it, and have Venusaur die, and then bring out Heracross. Not Heracross. I'm bringing out Heracross. He can then go into Scizor to Bullet Punch me after my defenses are dropped. And there's really nothing I can do about it. I don't have any other moves. I have to go for close combat to lock myself into that, because I will never be able to KO Rhyperior if I don't do that. I basically have to get the Moxie boost and then go for the close combat on Rhyperior to even have a shot at killing him, because my other moves are Stone Edge, Mega Horn, and Knockoff, none of which are going to kill Rhyperior in one hit. He's just too bulky on the physical side. So that speed tie pretty much won in the game. If I won that speed tie, the Venusaur would have been dead. I'm pretty sure I could have killed him with Dragon Pulse or Fire Blast. It wouldn't have mattered. And even if he decided to switch out, you know, I could have killed Scizor if it came in or just done a lot of damage to it. I do get the crit on the Venusaur, so he's going to go down to that. But I really don't think that's going to matter much. I mean, I get the Moxie boost. I'm guessing that Scizor is just going to come out and finish me off now. Well, actually, no. He's probably going to go into Rhyperior to make me kill him, too. And then have my defenses lower even more, just in case he doesn't want to play the min-max damage thing. You know, that would be the safe move. That's what he does. He does bring out the Rhyperior. So at +1, close combat should take out this Rhyperior. But Scizor is going to come in and kill me. And no, he's going to survive with like 1 HP. Wow. So this is going to be... And he has Fire Punch. Awesome. So this is going to be a 2-0 in my opponent's favor. Absolutely incredible. So the speed tie loss. And... yeah. Fire Punch, Avalanche, Rhyperior. That's a very interesting set. I don't know. Maybe he was running a timid Venusaur, though. I guess it's possible. He had some weird stuff. So it's definitely possible that he was running timid, and I'm just a little salty here. I really didn't want to lose that match. I feel like I really did have a shot. But if it did come down to a speed tie, if that indeed was what happened, then that sucks. Although I could have just made better predictions earlier in the game to give me a better chance and not have it come down to that in the first place. So I did get outplayed either way, and it was a good match. So that brings our record to, we were 13-7, so that brings us to 13-8 for the series, which is not too bad. 1 win, 1 loss this time. I will take that. It's better than a double loss, and we've had a couple of double victories lately, so it's time for a loss, I think. I'll take it. I'll take it gracefully. Anyway, that is it for this time, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, do not forget to leave a like on this video. Remember, if we I cannot talk. Remember, if we reach 50 likes on this video, I will continue to bring you those double daily Wi-Fi battle uploads if I can remember how to speak English and not trip over my words all the time. And I'll see you guys for the next episode. But until then, game on.